Hey everybody, it's Craig back with another Mortgage Minute, and I'm pumped today because I got my good friend Chad Scott with me. How's it going, Chad?
Hey guys, doing well. Thanks, Craig. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Listen, Chad is with eXp Realty, and he has a kind of a unique situation with the way he's structured, and really a lot of knowledge about California because basically he's licensed in California and he's also licensed in Tennessee. And I wanted to get him on here to kind of give us a little bit of perspective of the housing market there versus the housing market here, and specifically why he's such an asset to sellers here and also to buyers moving from out of state. So, Chad, before we hit record, you tell me a lot of interesting stuff about California, but just kind of explain a little bit about your setup and what you do.
Yeah, so Craig, I've been in Tennessee for about almost 2 years now, licensed as a real estate agent in California. We're on a team of 11 out there and a big network. I've been doing it 7 years out there. We do quite a bit of business, but we're seeing that the market's kind of softening out there a little bit. Houses are sitting on the market a little bit longer, not as many offers coming in. But when the offers are coming in, they're pretty good. They're pretty aggressive compared to out here where everything's still pretty hot. However, from what I'm seeing is out here, the market's shifting a tad bit. It's softening, and it means that houses are kind of sitting there a little bit with interest rates that have risen. It's knocking some buyers out of their purchase power,
Right.
But with what I'm seeing is everybody, I've got a few listings out there. They're selling in California and coming checking out Alabama and Tennessee and everything because the cost of entry here is still somewhat relatively affordable compared to what they're used to with their property taxes and everything. I do think all of the benefit I have is the team of 11 that we're on. We close on average 200 homes a year, and we've got quite a bit of investor pools and stuff where I send my listings from Tennessee out to California, where people are coming in like, wow, we can buy that for how much? So it's a good way to get some of these transplant residents that are coming to Tennessee right in front of our listings to help out the your seller in Tennessee.
I think that's so smart because listen, if I'm selling a house in the Middle Tennessee area, I need to understand something, and that is a good portion of my target audience is coming from states like California. And one thing I did want to ask you, because I hear this quite a bit. I was born and raised here, and so I hear the buyers here that are competing with the California buyers, and they're like, well, they're just paying astronomical prices. And I try to explain this, but tell me if I'm right or wrong here. Somebody that's coming from California that sees a property here, and it doesn't matter what the sales price we use, but let's say $500,000 here, okay? For someone that was born and raised here, that might seem high for that property. A lot of those California buyers, that looks like a discount. That looks like, oh my gosh, this property is on sale. And I do think that affects how quickly they're willing to move forward on a house versus someone here. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I would say so. I've got a listing coming up in Southern California, Northern California, Southern California, two different worlds, two different animals. I got to imagine it's like East Tennessee to Middle Tennessee to West Tennessee.
Sure. Yeah.
Got a listing coming up, Southern California. It's 920 something square feet, 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath near a lake, which is nice. Not a great lake, for $420,000. Right. And property taxes are about 3% right there. No HOA. It's an older home, but
Yeah.
and when someone's selling that or looking at that price and then coming to Middle Tennessee and seeing that can go in one of these suburbs or in a half acre like Fairway Farms here, in the Gallatin, Hendersonville area, and buy something for 550, 600,000, 3,100 square feet on a quarter acre or even, almost a half acre, it's at lower property taxes.
Yes.
Living, it's a huge discount for them. It's almost a buy one, get one or a buy one half off compared to what California, Southern California residents are used to.
That's right. Yes. And a lot of these buyers that are coming from California, not all, but a lot of them are selling properties in California. They've got equity and they can cover that appraisal gap a lot of times because, look, in their mind, they're like, hey, this is a good deal. Even if it doesn't appraise for what I'm paying for it, it's still a good deal. So from your perspective, though, working with a seller here in this area, you'd mentioned, you've got a pipeline of investor pools there. I think that's pretty smart because that basically what you're saying is, look, we're going to get you right in front of the people that ultimately are going to be looking at your house anyway. So
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got one coming up here in East Nashville, and it's an older home. And I was talking to the couple that wants to sell it, and they're like, "Well, we want to sell it, just net X amount as is and everything. I don't want to do any repairs. I know it needs some updating." I said, "Well, that shouldn't be a problem. Let me run some comps. I think we'll be okay, and I can also put this in front of my investor pool in California." He said, "Wait, what?" And I said, "Well, I'm licensed in California. I have a team of 11. We do about 200 homes a year, and there's plenty of money out there. And where do you think all this big money is coming in the Nashville area? A lot of it's transplant residents from out of state, especially, right, cost of living and everything." And so he's like, "Wow, okay." So I said, "Let's see what we can do. Put it out there and everything. We'll tease it out there to the investor pool, and we'll probably get someone to buy it." Now, that's because he just wants to net a certain amount. It's not an emotional sale. He inherited the home from his dad that passed, right? Now, sometimes you have some other sellers that wanted to go to a good family in a neighborhood and things like that. Maybe the investor pool won't work. That won't work on that part. It all depends on the seller. But if they're looking to net as much as they possibly can and get into the move up home or retirement, then it definitely helps having those investors out there, or people just selling and already under contract, getting ready to come out here for the weekend and look at property.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think that's huge. Like if I'm selling a home here in the Middle Tennessee area, I would definitely want to work with someone like you that has that, that ability to tap into those potential buyers. And listen, if you're watching this and you're thinking about moving to the Middle Tennessee area from somewhere else, Chad has a lot of experience of helping clients relocate, and that's not always easy to navigate. So he does a really good job of helping clients with that.
I've done that myself. I was one of them. I think last year, heck, my partner and I relocated 10 families. I think eight came into Tennessee. One went to Texas. The other went to Florida. But since I did it myself first and then kind of did some advertising out in the Southern California for transplant residents that people selling, got a little bit of the structure and the strategy down, and the moving companies and everything, and general costs of moving. So yeah, love to help, love to chat with anybody that's interested and want to kind of know the cost or the game plan or strategy. I got a couple of groups as well that are, Californians moving to Tennessee as well. They can join. So if they're interested in that and asking some other members, not a problem.
That's awesome. So if someone wants to reach out to you, what is the best way for them to get in touch with you?
My direct line, it's still a 951 area code from Southern California. It's not a 615, but there's 7 years of business on that line. So I can't leave it. And I hate carrying two phones. So the direct line is 951-496-8890. You can always shoot me an email too at chad@bigstationrealestate.com.
That's awesome. And you know what, man? I don't think that's a big deal anymore. Like, 20 years ago, somebody had a non-651 area code. Oh, you're not from here. Today, I don't think the first thing about it. It's just
everybody's got a phone, right? Everybody's got a phone from a different area or some from a differerent background,
100%. Yeah, no, I don't blame you for that. So that's awesome. Listen, Chad is awesome to work with. So if you have any questions, get in touch with him. If you're looking to get pre-approved, we'd love to help. 615-498-5626. And I appreciate you watching.
Hey, Craig, thanks for having me. And hey, remember, guys, when you think real estate, think big, bigstationrealestate.com. Cheers.
That's awesome.